Good morning, my name is Sally and today is Wednesday the 17th of December. Today's reflection, overlooked, excluded shepherds hear good news, is based on Luke chapter 2 verses 8 to 14. When we picture the Christmas story, we often imagine the warm, glowing postcard version. But if we look closely, the cast of the first Christmas is surprising. Mary was young, inexperienced and poor. Joseph was an ordinary village carpenter. Later arrived the Magi, foreigners and outsiders. Simeon and Anna were faithful and elderly. And then we have the shepherds, the excluded ones, the overlooked ones, the people no one expected. Shepherds sat close to the bottom of society. They worked long hours out in the fields, often far from home. They were considered unreliable. They weren't invited to important gatherings. They weren't the kind of people that you would expect to hear breaking news from heaven. Yet on the night that Jesus was born, God sent his angels to them first. Luke tells us that as they kept watch over their flocks, the sky lit up with the glory of the Lord. Then came this message, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy for all the people. A Saviour has been born. And this is the sign. You'll find a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger." It's hard to imagine how overwhelming that moment must have been. But it's even more striking that God chose to reveal the birth of the Messiah to shepherds before anyone else. Not the priests in Jerusalem, not the powerful, not the influencers of the day. Instead, God turned the spotlight on the people who were used to being invisible. At the heart of the Christmas story is a God who pays attention to people others pass by. A God who sees what we overlook. A God whose greatness never keeps him distant. Instead, he draws close to the vulnerable and the forgotten. Psalm 113 describes God as the one who sits in the highest place, yet bends down to lift up those who've been pushed to the very lowest. That is the heart of God, exalted and holy, yet full of compassion. Mighty, yet always leaning towards the small, the poor and the left out. The shepherds remind us that the good news of Jesus isn't reserved for the impressive or the important. It's for everyone. It's for the ones who feel on the edge, the ones who wonder if they're seen, the ones who feel unnoticed or unqualified. At Christmas, God comes close as one of us. He steps right into our ordinary places. He draws near to people like the shepherds, which means he draws near to people like us. And the shepherds do something beautiful in response. They go, they search, they find Jesus. And then they share what they've seen. Ordinary people carrying extraordinary news. As we journey through Advent, may we remember that God still chooses ordinary people to carry his love into the world. People like Mary, Joseph, the shepherds, Simeon and Anna. People like you and me. May we hear again the good news of great joy that a Saviour has been born. And may we share that news with the same wonder and courage that the shepherds showed on that night.